Alright, so in this video, new season just dropped, and I'm going to be giving you guys the best dribble moves in Season 7 of NBA 2K26. As you guys may know, Devin Booker's speed boost glitch has been patched, but believe it or not, there's a new way to get around it, and you guys can still do the same move, but now you gotta add one more step to it. I feel like with this new patch, the new nerf to the move, I feel like this move is a lot easier to do now. It might not look clean starting off, but once you guys lap it up, I feel like you can get into it. But then you guys, for all the love and support you guys been showing on the video, I cannot thank you guys enough. If you guys are new, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and go ahead and try to get the video to 20 likes. Go ahead and get into the video. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with the animations for guards that are 5'9" to 6'4". We're going to get started with dribble style. We're gonna use Ja Morant. Ja Morant's the dribble style you want to use. It's how you get a lot of your animations, your speed glitches, and it's great animations overall. These other ones I don't recommend really. Like I said, Ja Morant's gonna be the best one for small guards. One of the signature sides of I'm currently rocking is Jalen Green. I just like it because it's slow and it kind of, you know, my combos kind of look clean when I go to ISO. Another good one you can use is Markelle Fultz. That's another good one. De'Aaron Fox has a clean one because he kind of like keeps up a little slow, but he bursts out a quick burst of speed. And Kobe White is another good one you can use because he's kind of quick and you get your over reliable Steph Curry. That's the one I used to use just for the behind the back and quick my defender off the out of combo. Going to break down combos, hand down, I think Devin Booker is definitely the best one to use for small guards. It's really nice, and you can get a crab. You can go Devin Booker and Kemba, and that's you get a free crab every time. And if you guys wait and patient with it after you crab the defender, you can get an and one shot if you guys make it. Eric Gordon's another good one. I feel like Eric Gordon's not a bad one, but depending on when you do it, and if your defender notices that that's part of your tendencies, he can't get a pluck every time with it. But it's also another great one. You can speed boost out of the first initials between the legs. Usually McCollum's another good one if you want to set up a quick mid-range shot, as he goes a quick between the left, right, between the legs, and creates a mid-range shot. Ja Morant's not a bad one. It's also another one that you can kind of crab with, but also causes a lot of turnovers. I used to use one all the way back in Season 2. Jordan Poole is another great one that I really like using. You can combo out of and make it look nice. You can let the animation play on a speed boost out of it, or you can get the first between the legs and speed boost out of that. You got Stephen Curry, which is not a bad one. I never really labbed it. I feel like I used it only probably for like 5 minutes in the my court, but yeah, it's also another good one that you can use. We're going down to escape moves. Escape move right now that I'm still using is Kemba Walker. A lot of people on TikTok, if you do follow people on TikTok, some people are switching over to Trae Young. Trae Young's not a bad one. It's kind of reminds me of 2K23 when Trae Young, no, Steve Francis was popular in 2K23, but Trae Young was popular in 2K22. So if you want to, you can lab with Trae Young. It also looks clean too in your L2. You guys can also use Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry is not a bad one, but I really don't recommend that one. Like top two I would recommend is Kemba Walker, then Trae Young. Kyrie Irving's a little not bad, a little quick one. It's kind of like weird. SGA is not a bad one. Paul George kind of reminds you of Steve Francis from 2K23, so this is a good one that you can use if you would like. You got De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox, some people are labbing, some people are using it. It's not that quick. It just like crossover and like a little stutter step in the front of your defender. You got Jimmy Butler. It's decent. I mean, when you cross over, you get like a little key. He keeps gliding over so you can get a free shot. Going down to combo moves. Combo moves I've been rocking lately is pro. I usually switch between these, but I like using pro because it's just very quick, as you guys can see. Devin Booker's not a bad one. You go between the leg and then cross over, which are very quick, so it might shake your defender like, oh shoot, he just crossed me. You got LeBron James, it's all reliable, but it's kind of slow, but I mean, still gets the job done. You got Zach LaVine. Kind of looks like Devin Booker. Go between the leg and cross, take off up court. Then you have Jordan Poole, which is kind of a clean one. I like it. If you guys are trying to combo, make your clips look clean before you come up the court. He's a sham god in his move. You guys can go between the legs, cross, and boom at the slow pace, and he picks it up. Yeah, Stephen Curry, which is another clean one I like. He does. You see, it's very like close to his IRL animation that he be doing. You got Ja Morant. If you want to use, but he stutter steps. So depending on who's playing defense on you, if it's playing rack or even stage, when they come to double team you, you can't get plucked off this one. So I don't really recommend this one like that. The crossover I'm still using, the over reliable is Lonzo Ball. I know a lot of people are iffy between Lonzo Ball and De'Aaron Fox, but I feel safer with Lonzo Ball as I'm crossing in front of my defender, driving down to the paint. Devin Booker is another one you can use. It's kind of slow, but it's not efficient. De'Aaron Fox or Lonzo Ball. De'Aaron Fox is another good one as a crossover in front. So it's kind of gonna be hard for your defender to stop you. I feel like sometimes people get glitchy and get in front of the defender without even trying. Can't use Steph Curry. He does a little hesitation then cross. That one's not bad. You can also use Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole is kind of close to De'Aaron Fox. It's not as clean and efficient. I want to go to behind the back. More reliable behind the back for small guards, I recommend is Stephen Curry, as you can go left right with it and it's very glitchy. Sometimes depending on how far you're running, you can catch defender lacking. Another one you guys can use is Trae Young. It's not as fast as Stephen Curry, but it's still efficient, and the explosive behind the back is kind of nasty if I'm being honest. You get Andrew Wiggins. It doesn't really do much. It's kind of slow. Like I said, if you're more of like a realistic 2K player, you can use Andrew Wiggins and it will sometimes create you space. Kobe White is an explosive one. You don't even gotta try, you know, with your holding your bumper and flicking your left stick up or diagonal up. It just kind of explosive off the rip. So this is another good one if you guys don't feel like using Stephen Curry. Kawhi Leonard's kind of the same. You have SGA, which is not bad, but you know, don't really use it. Probably use it for one red game and I wasn't really a fan of it. Then you got DeMar DeRozan's kind of, you know, clean and efficient. And Jimmy Butler's a little it does behind the back a little hop. You got Pro, which is I don't really recommend. A spin, I usually switch between 3 different spins. I don't really put on Stephen Curry like that. But either Steve Nash is a quick one that reminds you of 2K15 spin back to the 3-point line. You can use Penny Hardaway, which is another quick one, and it still gets the job done. And DeMar DeRozan, all reliable, which is also like a 15 spin back to the 3-point line that you see G-Man and Steezo be doing. Hesitation I'm rocking right now is Stephen Curry, since you guys know that the new patch came out, so you guys can't really speed Devin Booker's speed glitch that easy without doing the hesitation now. So I heard Stephen Curry is the best hesitation to use if you guys want to do that little speed glitch. So that's what I've been doing. If you guys want to tutorial on how to do that one, you guys follow me on TikTok, or I can drop a little, I did drop a tutorial, so go check my past video to see how you do that. Jason Tatum's another one you can use. Like I said, if you guys don't want to do that L2 speed glitch, not L2 but Devin Booker speed glitch, you guys can just put on Scottie Pippen, DeMar DeRozan, Jimmy Butler, Jalen Brunson, or even Devin Booker. But one I do recommend is Jason Tatum or Jimmy Butler. Those were the 2 I would use in the Rajon Rondo is not bad. LeBron James is kind of iffy. You guys can get a shot off of it sometimes with this hesitation. Kobe White's another good one. Kobe White's another good one that you can actually use when you do your L2 cams, or Devin Booker speed glitch cams. Step back. Like I said, Devin Booker is the step back I'm using right now. A lot of people are actually using De'Aaron Fox. I guess De'Aaron Fox you can snatch back and just go with. I haven't labbed that yet, so I'm gonna test it out here after I get done with this video on the mic court and let you guys know what I think about it. And Pro's another good one you can use. Jalen Brunson's one, and I think you guys can also use Vince Carter for the new speed boost glitch, but it might not be as quick, but Devin Booker's the go-to one. I'm going over to dribble pull up. Dribble pull up I use is Tyler Hero. I feel like the best one to use. Go-to shot is Zach LaVine, as you do a little spin around with E-check and D-bomber. It's kind of unguardable. Sometimes you hit every shot. Spin jumper, Kyrie Irving is probably hands down the best spin jumper in my opinion, because every spin jumper you do, depending on, because your defender is not going to expect it. 9 times out of 10 it says open or wide open. You got to make sure you time your jump shot. But I'm a big fan of this. Trae Young I haven't used yet. I just feel like it's very slow. But Stephen Curry, it's all right. But me personally, I don't think anything competes to Kyrie Irving's hot jumper. I'm currently using Damian Lillard. I'm using Damian Lillard hot jumper so I can do the Chad Morris slide, or the Asta slide, excuse me. The Asta slide in front of my defender. Layups, Paul George. Left floater, Jason Williams. Quick scoop, Austin Reeves. Jalen Brunson for layup, Euro step, and layup, hot step, Jalen Brunson. Layup spins, Magic. All right, now for my 6'5" to 6'9" guard heights. The dribble style I want to start off with the one I rock on this build is Zach LaVine. Zion Williamson dropped back in season 5, which is also another good one that you guys can use if you want. But I feel like Zach LaVine is just fast and efficient. Thickness and size up. Now you have a couple different ones you can use, but the one I'm rocking right now currently is Jalen Green, because I feel like it makes my combos look smooth, and starting off like my momentum, signature size up into like a speed boost. It just looks clean. And you can also use Markelle Fultz if you want, Casey McGrady, and Kobe White's also another great one I recommend. I probably put that at top 2 on the list. I also have Mike Conley, which is not bad. I actually kind of like this one. I used to use this one back in season 3. You got Kevin Durant, you got Paul George as well. They break down combos gonna be the same thing as these small guards. Devin Booker is gonna be your go-to ones. What I recommend, you get a free crab. Like I said, if you escape move over in front of your defender, you can also use Kevin Durant. Eric Gordon, which I said is probably top 2. Break down combos. TJ McCollum, which is probably 3 if you guys want your combos to look nice and stuff, and get a free mid-range bucket. Then you also have Jordan Poole, which actually, instead of Eric Gordon, actually I'll put this as 3. I'll put this as number 3. Yeah, Penny Hardaway, which I never lab, but I also wouldn't recommend using because it's kind of slow, and I do believe you guys could get ripped using it. And also we got Julius Randle, which is kind of decent if you want to get you a midi shot, but I feel like you can lab this one up and get a little glitchy with it. I'm going over escape move. For escape move for the 6'5" to 6'9" guard height, I recommend Paul George. Like I said, it kind of reminds me of Steve Francis from 2K23. You can also use SGA, which is kind of like, it's a little difficult to use, a little slower, but it's not the best one to use. I also use James Harden, which will give you guys like a little hesitation step back. Jimmy Butler is not a bad one, and then you can also use Kevin Durant. Combo moves, you can use Pro. Pro is another good one you can use. It's gonna be the same thing similar as your small guards. You got Devin Booker you can use. You got Zach LaVine, which is very quick, which is probably one I'd use, but I'm sticking to pro right now. Jordan Poole. You got LeBron James. Crossover, like I said, the best crossover in my opinion, especially for this height, is Lonzo Ball. If you guys for some reason get Giannis, well, actually Giannis is only high at least 6'10", so you can't get it to 6'5", 6'9". But the best crossover you're going to use is Lonzo Ball. Yeah, you can't use Devin Booker, but it's not the best one to use. Is not quick, but SGA is also not a bad one if you want to get in front of your defender. Behind the back, now like I told you guys about behind the back Kawhi Leonard, when the explosive ones, you don't gotta do you don't even gotta try it. Just as soon as you do behind the back, it's explosive. Another good one is Kobe White. Yeah, these are two good ones to lab up. You have when your animation to clean and stuff. You got Andrew Wiggins. James Harden is one I used to use. It's kind of quicker, but I also like the reason why I like Kawhi Leonard and Kobe White is just for the explosive behind the back. They kind of catch the defender lacking because you get a speed boost out of it. You can use DeMar DeRozan, Jimmy Butler, and also Pro. Spin moves really don't matter, like I said, for the small guards. Luka was a good one I was using a little bit, but I really don't spin that much. But right now on this one I'm rocking Steve Nash because I feel like it's just efficient, and I mean spin moves don't really matter. You can use Penny Hardaway, DeMar DeRozan, or if you guys even want, you can use normal, but normal is a little bit slower than all the other ones. And hesitation I'm currently rocking is Scottie Pippen. It's just what I like. I feel like I can Scottie Pippen hesitation and just keep momentum spamming and make all my rest of my dribble moves just chain up together and look good. You can also use Jason Tatum, Kobe White, or even Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is a really good one you can use for your 6'5" to 6'9" guard heights. Devin Booker is not bad, and then since I don't have these starred, but I do recommend Anthony Edwards that you guys can see kind of just like takes off. This is another one that you guys can do the speed boost glitch with if you're a small guard, but I haven't landed on 6'5" to 6'9" yet. You got LeBron James and Rajon Rondo. For your step back, like I said, since if you guys can use Devin Booker step back for any of your builds, I do recommend Devin Booker step back. Even though it did get nerfed, you guys can still speed boost out of it. Like I did drop a video on it. I'm also trying to live it up so it looks a little bit cleaner, like a lot of people are doing. If you guys don't like Devin Booker, you can use Vince Carter, and I do still believe you can speed boost out of that one. And you can use James Harden as well, and Pro. I'm going over here, go-to shot, I got Jalen Suggs, good pull up Michael Jordan, good jumper Kyle Kuzma, out jumper Dylan Brooks, layup normal Thompson, and stuff like that. Now for 6'5" to 6'9", the most style I'm showing you guys here want to use. Amen Thompson been the best one I've been using so far for the 6'5", 6'9" range. So I was using Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso is not a bad one. It's when I started the year off, and honestly, I think it's a pretty good one as well. I'm still trying to figure out which one I'm comfortable with. Also, her Jalen Suggs is pretty good, and I did like that one. I used it for probably like half a season. That went to Amen Thompson. Now for the best hot jumper for your small guards. Small guards, the best hot jumper, and you can use Stephen Curry. As you guys can see, a little quick video shot. Devin Booker, Jordan Clarkson, Zach LaVine, and Damian Lillard. The reason why I like using Damian Lillard, actually no, Zach LaVine. If you guys want to also slide back from 2K23, Zach LaVine is going to be the hot jumper you guys want to use. If you guys don't know how to ostracize, you guys can look it up on YouTube Shorts, TikTok, or you guys can ask me down in the comment section. I can show you guys a tutorial. Davion Mitchell is also another good one. You guys are running along the 3-point arc. You guys can do like a little, it's like a little, it looks like a little step back. It's really like a hot jumper. You guys can take off, go, and get a speed boost doing. I'm rocking Damian Lillard right now, just for a specific reason. A hot jumper, it kind of gives me like a glitchy move. I will explain to you guys later.